Hi, my name's Andrew.
And I'm David with the Gargoyle Den. And today we're coming to you with a video that we are doing short notice. And at the end of the video you'll see why we're doing this short notice. But we have a little bit of a surprise towards the end of the video, and Andrew doesn't even know about it. But I told him, hey, let's make a video. And he was like, oh, I want to make a video on how to set up
a
cage for your new gecko. So right now we're going to be talking about doing a simple setup for a new hatchling or a new pet gecko that you just got in. And you want to make it really simple so you can monitor your gecko and make sure that it is eating and pooping and everything's okay. And today we're going to be setting it up in a tub. And me and Andrew are both going to do a setup. So we each have our own shoebox tub, and on the back of these I've drilled holes with a 3/8 bit. And the reason that I like to do drill bit is that I can adjust the amount of airflow that I need for my humidity in my room. So if the cage is too wet, if I'm spraying it and it's too wet by the next morning or later, then I can add more holes. So typically you want to spray at the end of the day, and by morning it should be mostly dry, but you should still see some little water droplets around. And then by the end of the day, whenever it's time for you to spray, 24 hours later, it should be almost completely dry. Because you want it to dry out before you spray again so that there's no bacteria growth. That's the importance of the holes, is to allow airflow. And based on the humidity and airflow and the temperatures in your room, you're going to want to add more or less holes in the back of your tub. So I put in mine, I prefer to put the I put these in a rack, and I put the vent towards the back because the back of my cage is open and I don't like to see all the holes in the front. All right, so for our substrate we're going to be using paper towel. Paper towel is good because you're able to see if there's poop in the bottom, and it just makes it keeps it clean. You don't have to worry about using a different type of substrate that may get something in your gecko's eye, or they may eat it and become impacted. So the paper towel is a good substrate to use for your new gecko. So what I like to do actually is rip off 2 squares and fold it in half and place it in the bottom. And it's like a perfect fit there in the bottom. All right. You want to put 2.
And the also way that you want to do a paper towel is the mulch sometimes gets in the gecko's eyes and stuff, so it can cause. You have to do like a little surgery that we did a video about. You might want to follow that if you didn't watch this video already. Just don't do straw or anything that will. Just use paper towels.
Yeah, let's stick with using paper towel, and we're gonna put a small piece of cork inside, so that it gives them something to hide under. And so here, you want to place yours in there. We're gonna put that in there, and then we have these leaves, and I will put a link in the description where you can pick up these leaves on Amazon. And usually I fold them. A fold about here. See, Andrew, fold it about here, and then I do another fold, so it kind of, when I lay it down, it kind of props it up, and then I place that kind of over top of the cork round like this. So it gives the gecko, usually they can hide under the cork round, they can get on top of it and under the leaf, or they can climb around on the leaf. Okay, and then so that gives your gecko a clean substrate. a cork to climb around on, and so a few places to hide. It's very simple, very effective. So now we have, this will be our water bottle cap, our water bowl cap will be a Gatorade cap. So we use this for water. So here, take yours, Andrew. And we have our spray bottle, and I will leave a link in the description for the spray bottle that I use. And of course, our Gargoyle Den sticker on it. And so we spray some water in the bowl, and we place it inside. And then when I spray, I like to spray towards the side that doesn't have ventilation. So I just kind of spray around a little bit in there. So that side is kind of damp, but it gives them a dry side on the side with the ventilation. All right, you want to spray yours? Good. And then in the water bowl. So now our gecko has a nice humid side, a dry side, ventilation, water bowl, and then of course we got food dishes, which I left my food across the room. So, but you know, it's simple. We use the Pangea or Rapashi foods that are very common and a good trusted brands. And you mix that up with the water, and it makes a paste, and then you put just a little dab of it in here. When you have a baby gecko, their stomachs are extremely small, so if you fill up a big dish with food, you're not going to notice a difference when they eat it. So I use a small water bottle cap for the food, and we just put a small teeny tiny dab in there, and then when they eat it, you can see, oh, the dab of food is gone, or they ate only half the dab of food. But if the whole thing is gone, then that means the next time you put a little bit bigger. And then that way you can make sure that they're getting enough food, but that they're consuming it and you're not wasting anything.
And the holes, you might want to put 21. That's how many are on here.
Okay, so right now we are using approximately 21 holes for ventilation. All right, so now that we have two simple but very effective setups, what are we missing, bud?
Our surprise?
Yeah, we're missing our surprise. What do you put in your setups?
Geckos!
Geckos! So, the surprise is,
Geckos.
About 2 months ago, Andrew has a gecko, a Gargoyle Gecko, and it's nice and red. It's one that we produce. What's its name?
Reddy!
Reddy. Because what do you name a red gecko? You call it Reddy. And so, actually, she laid eggs 2 months ago, and they hatched today.
Yay!
So we are going to get those out, and Andrew's going to show you, and then we're going to place them in their new homes. So we'll be right back. All right, now you can open your eyes, and we're going to look at Andrew's brand new geckos that he hatched out.
Yay.
All right. Now watch out. When we open it, they may jump and try running, okay?
Okay. Still one more. Wow.
There they are. Two nice red stripes. The lighting's not very good right now, but we'll try to do a updated video in a few days to show how they're looking. It kind of looks like they have some lateral striping, which is super cool. She is not a 6 stripe, but I do believe that we may have put her with a 6 stripe male.
Ooh, yay.
So that means that these guys are going to be super nice. And these are Andrew's geckos. So he is super happy.
And we still have one more gecko to hatch.
Yep.